Today, a nation mourns. In a devastating maritime tragedy, two young Navy cadets from Mexico lost their lives when the training tall ship ARM Cuauhtémoc collided with the Brooklyn Bridge this past Saturday. Among the 277 crew on board were 20-year-old América Sánchez and 23-year-old Adal Jair Maldonado Marcos. Both were tragically killed when the vessel's three towering masts snapped upon impact with the bridge's underside. According to Mexican media reports, Sánchez had been standing atop the rigging at the time of the accident. 22 other sailors were injured, 3 critically. Mexican Navy Commander Admiral Pedro Raymundo Morales confirmed that all surviving crew members who are able to travel will be repatriated in the coming days. The body of América Sánchez is expected to arrive at the Naval Academy in her home state of Veracruz later today. In an emotional tribute, her mother, Rocio Hernandez, described her daughter as, quote, an exemplary daughter, a dedicated student, who was just 1 year away from fulfilling her dream of becoming a naval engineer. Standing by a small altar adorned with quinceañera photos, she added, "She was a warrior, a soldier who never gave up." A private ceremony will be held in her honor at the Veracruz Naval Academy before she is brought home to rest. Meanwhile, in San Mateo del Mar, the hometown of Adal Jair Maldonado Marcos, family and friends gathered to remember the aspiring sailor. His loved ones shared that he had long dreamt of following in his father's footsteps by joining the Navy. Sailing on board the Cuauhtémoc, known as the Knight of the Seas, had been his greatest ambition. The sea saw him born, and the sea witnessed his final moments, one friend reflected. We will always remember him as a role model, bright, driven, and full of promise. Investigators from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, have launched a full investigation into the incident. Michael Graham of the NTSB stated, "This is only the beginning of a long process. We are not drawing conclusions or speculating at this time." Preliminary findings suggest the Cuauhtémoc lost power shortly after departing Manhattan's Pier 17 at 8:20 p.m. local time on May 17th. With the aid of a tugboat, the ship began moving astern but quickly accelerated to 6 knots. At 8:24 p.m., a distress call was made, followed by 2 more. Seconds later, the masts struck the underside of the Brooklyn Bridge, which has a clearance of just over 41 meters, while the ship's masts towered more than 48 meters high. By 8:27, the ship had come to a stop. Emergency crews arrived minutes later. Dramatic footage captured by bystanders shows the masts collapsing and sailors clinging to the rigging. Mr. Graham confirmed the NTSB will closely examine the ship's engine performance and power systems in its ongoing investigation. On behalf of the NTSB, I extend our deepest condolences to the families of those who perished in this tragic event, he said. Mexico's Navy Secretary Raymundo Pedro Morales Angeles emphasized that the findings of the investigation will be handled with full transparency and accountability. The Cuauhtémoc had departed Acapulco on April 6th for an international tour, with planned stops in New York and Aberdeen, Scotland, where it was to participate in the city's tall ships race this July. What was meant to be a voyage of pride and tradition has now turned into a somber chapter in naval history.